Hey guys, what's happening? Welcome back to the channel. On this segment, let's talk about Anthony Smith's comments regarding Francis Ngannou being an average pro boxer at best. Actually, he said below average boxer. So I read the quote, and Smith touched on Ngannou being special in MMA, but that wouldn't necessarily translate over into boxing. Smith said he would be an average puncher and not really make waves like that, basically. Sentiments that Francis would get schooled. And you know what? A lot of what he's saying is actually accurate. Now, I know Francis Ngannou started off with boxing training, and that was his first passion, but that doesn't make him a boxer. He has boxing skill via training, incorporating that into his mixed martial arts training. Now, he has the explosiveness. He certainly has the power. I think compared to heavyweight boxers, I still think Francis ranks up there with power. With that, I have to kind of semi-disagree with Anthony Smith. Now, don't get me wrong. When you have the proper punching mechanics, that muscle memory, the technique, the timing, all of that assists with your power. Francis is missing a lot of those components. In mixed martial arts, he gets the job done because they have smaller gloves and those shots could creep in. He actually throws some wild punches. There are fights where Francis is a lot more cleaned up, but a good example of him just throwing windmill crazy punches is when he knocked out Rosenstrike. Now granted, he knocked him out. That's because Francis is a freak, and getting hit by one of his punches, even glancing, is going to hurt you or put you out. And he's lucky for that, because that was like some barroom stuff right there, just swinging wild. He happened to blitz Rosenstrike and catch him. But a talented boxer with great hands and great footwork will be able to sidestep an attack like that, take an angle, and land big shots. Francis has discussed fighting Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua, of course Tyson Fury. Out of those three, I think he would actually have more success with Deontay Wilder, because Deontay Wilder kind of throws caution to the wind. He doesn't necessarily fight with a lot of technique himself. Very simple style, relies mostly on that nuclear right hand. And I actually see him being pretty comfortable trading bombs and blows with Francis Ngannou. Like an old school Wild West, I'm going to tag you or you tag me. And that actually plays to Francis's favor. Anthony Joshua is going to fight him a lot more technically. That wouldn't be good for Francis. I mean, it's winnable fight for him, but I think Wilder is more favorable for him style-wise. Then you got Anthony Joshua, and I think Tyson Fury is the worst matchup because he's bigger, taller, longer than Ngannou. He can fight on the outside. He can actually fight on the inside, has so much experience in boxing. He can take a big shot himself. And his skill is like infinitely better than Francis's skill in strictly boxing. So that's the toughest fight for him. But as far as like other heavyweights, I mean, there's a lot of guys out there that would give Francis issues just because of the skill gap and the experience. I mean, even Andy Ruiz. But Francis could certainly beat a lot of guys out there. Beating is not being just as skilled though. So there's a lot of truth to what Anthony Smith said again. Francis being the name that he is, former UFC heavyweight champ, he would get fast-tracked to fight the top-tier guys. That works in his favor. Would he get there if he had to climb up the rankings? I don't know. Given his age and the lack of years that he has in a boxing realm, time is not really on his side. But it would be better for him to work his way up because he would improve on his skill on the way up. And you should work your way up fighting better and better guys until you make it to the elites. That's the way things work, so you get your skill up. But him being fast-tracked, I mean, I think the top three, those guys, Wilder, Joshua, and Fury, they have to be favored to beat Ngannou. Closer fight to me again is Deontay Wilder, but even that one, you gotta favor Wilder. Anyway, guys, let me know in the comment section. Do you agree with Anthony Smith's comments? Where do you rank Francis Ngannou's boxing skill? How much you think he can improve? can he make waves in a boxing scene? I don't think he has to. It looks like he would get fast tracked to the top guys immediately for maybe like a one and done, so I guess that doesn't matter. But I would like to read your thoughts anyway. Thanks for watching this segment, guys. Appreciate you, and until the next one, take care.